Okay, so as you know, I was here chatting with Ben about a part and a short I have, and he didn't feel comfortable, obviously, in the role, and that's totally cool. You know, I'm a big believer in if you, for whatever reason, if you feel you're not comfortable in a role or any situation, you just don't do it. You know, that's pretty much the end of the story. So it's all good, but I still really want to do a short.
Of course.
I spent the last 3 years writing a feature-length film that I'm really proud of. It's called Solo. It's about a musician, and I don't have any attention. I don't have any investors. It's something I want to direct. It is. And so I need a powerful short film to catapult me in that direction.
I get the proposal.
Exactly, and I want to take it on the festival circuit, submit it to the top festivals, see if we can get in, and I need something powerful, which is really going to, open people's eyes. And I have a few ideas for some shorts that I thought you may want to be in.
Is this the same? Do you have a couple of different? I don't know.
No, I know.
I don't know if you have a couple different projects or which ones you're throwing out.
I don't want you to be a hooker.
I don't even know. I didn't even read the script that you have.
No, it's totally. I have 3 ideas.
Okay.
One in particular I'm very, very excited about, and I think you'll like. It's basically a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde story, where you and your lover are outlaws, and we jump right into a scene where you've just robbed a bank. Okay, so it's the getaway scene.
Sure.
And it's kind of a moment of elation. You're in there, and you got the money. You're there with your man. You're in your car. You're speeding away.
Sure.
You think everything's going to be all right, but you realize that the shot that went off while you were robbing the bank hit him. The security guard fired. He's been shot. He's critically wounded, essentially.
Okay.
And so this, of course, is a huge shock, and everything changes right then. And from that moment on, all of the consequences just start rushing into your mind. You go from 1 minute to we did it, this is great, we can do whatever we want now, we have all this money, and then all of a sudden it's, is he going to make it? What can we do now? Where can we go? And it comes down to a point where you, the driver, have to make a choice between turning around, going to the hospital, saving his life, and essentially locking you guys up forever, taking your freedom away, or you going on your own. Because in your mind, that's the choice. I'm not gonna give away the ending right now. But I want the important part is the journey, the little story that floods into this character's mind. Because either way, this relationship that you guys have had is coming to an end. It's like you're not going to the same jail, you're not in the same cell, you're going to be locked away forever. So it's that choice is crystallized by everything, all the little parts of your relationship that are now life and death. What these little things that you guys thought about or disagreed on, become huge, and you have to make that decision. How much do I love this guy?
Sure.
And he is the love of your life. Like this is gut wrenching. This is as heavy as it gets. This is, what do I hold? What's valuable to me? Money, freedom, or this man?
Having him be alive somewhere, in some way.
You mean?
Well, you mean like if I saved his life, it's like I wouldn't get to spend it with him, but I would know that
exactly
he was alive somewhere.
Yeah, he's alive in a medical hospital ward, whatnot.
Sure.
He's alive. Still be able to communicate. You'll know that you saved him. Can you live with if you do the opposite?
Right.
So, yeah, exactly. Interdramatic music.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? What do you think about that story?
I think it's interesting. Yeah, I have definitely in my mind very much Public Enemies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just that's the what's the decorum, what's the time period?
It's modern day.
Okay.
It's not Bonnie and Clyde back in their time. It's today,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys have had a relationship for a long time. You've been living this life in the fast lane. You're not, maybe you're not bank specialists or whatnot, but you're criminals, and you've made this choice to go into this life together.
Mm-hmm.
And you make promises to yourself. But just in any relationship, there's issues. And so all the love for him comes out when you think that his life is threatened, but at the same time that, self-preservation comes out too. So these things are clashing, and you're in the car and you're driving and he's bleeding, and it all is going on at once. And he is, he's talking to you. He's not, unconscious or anything. Maybe it's his last breath. But that conversation is filled with, the love and the passion and the excitement, and maybe, you're also picturing that possibility of you on a beach with that money, or you behind
having some sort of life situation.
Exactly. Yeah. And goodbye to your family, goodbye to everybody. So life flashes before the eyes.
So is that? So is the short basically just that? Her having to make a decision. It's not the decision that she makes, but it's the journey that you take. That emotional journey, just in the car.
Yeah, it's not necessarily totally in the car. It might be a little bit outside of the car towards the end, but pretty much the whole scene's in the car. That's a little window of that day. Is we're in the car, we're making our getaway, and then at the very end you make your choice.
Sure.
And so I picture it being between 3 and 4 minutes.
Wow.
And so it's not a long short. Some shorts are
gonna have to fit a lot into one.
And we're gonna jump right into it. There's no elaborate setup or establishing shots. I just want to boom right into that chase.
That you can show.
Exactly. So the show will all live in that moment.
Okay.
It's all about your mini journey in this moment and reliving your story with this guy, with your dialogue. Okay? Yeah? Could be interested?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Is there something I can read? Maybe,
well, see, what I would like to do with you is present these ideas, have you make a choice to commit to one with a character or story you like, and then I'm actually going to write the script.
Okay.
And that way, you can read it after I'm done, and we'll work together on making sure that it's something we're both passionate about.
Okay.
I want you to be really invested, in the character and the story, so that shows on screen. So it's not written yet, so it's got the possibility of being everything that you would want it to be for that character.
Did you say that you had a couple of different ideas?
I do.
Like for the same feature, or you have different features that you're thinking of as well?
The feature is a project I've been working on myself for a long time, but as far as the short goes, I have 2 other totally different ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear.
Okay, cool.
I'm just curious.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
The other story is about a husband and wife who live in the city, and basically this wife finds out that her husband has been cheating on her. And we take up the story. The short starts the following day. You're an artist. You have an art studio downtown.
Okay.
And you are busy working on your latest piece. So you're behind this huge canvas. Your husband comes in. And he sits down and he pours his guts out for you. He apologizes. He wants it to work out. He doesn't want the relationship to end. And you have this very kind of calm, soothing demeanor throughout the whole. In a way, yes, absolutely. You're thoughtful, but also resigned. To him, he's thinking, okay, she's not yelling at me. There's no vases being thrown at my face. Maybe this is going to work out. But at the end, he realizes that this gigantic piece with all this red paint.
Oh no! Oh
It's not red paint.
Ah, she kills the lover.
No.
Oh.
No. No.
Oh dear.
No.
Monkey doing.
She's been painting with her own blood. Mm.
Oh dear.
Mm. Ah.
What's going on?
So what? Like in general, or are you talking about?
No, I mean, like, is she like bleeding? So is she like has like a flesh wound, or?
It's it's basically we find out that the wrists have been sliced and
She's somehow standing.
well, she's sitting. She's kind of sitting with the artist's, I don't know, the tray or whatnot, and it's filled with what we thought earlier in this scene was red paint. But it's on the brush, right?
She's not just.
That's what happens at the end when he finally realizes that there's all this violent activity going on behind the canvas. So you're finally snapping. It's finally
Wow.
the arms are So
Did she die?
What's that?
Did she die?
Oh no, I didn't say that.
Oh dear.
It's really about that moment, between you and him, and again, it's sort of a love story with a wrench in the middle of it, a big wrench, but it's you exploring your emotions for this man who's done this unspeakable thing, and coming to terms with a choice that you've made that this is not gonna, I can't handle it. There's just nothing in my life that leads me to believe that I can go on having known this thing's happened. And so, maybe it's a cliffhanger whether she lives or not. That's not really what it's about. It's really about that connection and her. How do you?
She has so much stake in this marriage and in this
Everything.
man, and that has been painted. So what else is holding her, keeping her?
What's the point? But for an artist that's so passionate about everything that she does, obviously artists are very passionate people. She's giving up all those projects, all that art, all the things that she could create. So that's the second.
Wow.
That's the second one. The
Where in the world did that come from?
this weird sick mind up there.
That's some meal abuse stuff right there.
I kind of dabble in all the different genres. I consider myself to be kind of a happy-go-lucky person, but really scary, intense things I find to be more interesting than scary or taboo. So I've written some things that would probably shock you a lot more than that. Exactly. My goal in life is to make art that makes people laugh and cry. It's so powerful. It's so funny. It's so unbelievably mesmerizing that they laugh or they cry when they see it, that they're just totally invested. And so that goes from comedy, all the way to that's the craziest thing that I've ever seen. It's like, wow. That disturbs you personally, or you just saying?
No, I was just saying, as a comment, someone somewhere would.
Exactly. And that's what I love. I love the reaction. That's what I go for. When someone watches something I've done, the reaction from them is why I do it.
Right.
It's not the piece.
Sure.
So, the third idea